For generations, Americans have been told that education leads to opportunity. Students walk across college campuses, study late at night, graduate, and enter the workforce. A new employee sits behind a desk. For much of modern history, the formula seems simple. Learn a skill, find a job, work hard, build a career, and eventually build a better life. Families gather around the dinner table. But technology has always changed that formula. Factories once depended on thousands of workers. Old manufacturing plants appear on screen. Then machines arrived. Industrial robots move across factory floors. Computers entered the workplace. Office workers began using computers instead of typewriters. The internet transformed communication, and millions of jobs changed with it. But something about the latest technological revolution is different. Automation is moving into the office, and that raises a much bigger question. Which American jobs are actually at risk? The answer isn't as simple as saying, AI will replace everyone. It won't. Some jobs are extremely difficult to automate. Others are highly exposed. The difference often comes down to one thing. How much of the job can be turned into information? A spreadsheet appears on screen. If a worker spends most of the day moving information, AI may be able to help. If a worker spends most of the day analyzing documents, AI may be able to help. If a worker spends most of the day answering predictable questions, AI may be able to help. And sometimes, helping doesn't mean assisting one worker. It can mean replacing part of the workforce. The first major category is office and administrative work. Rows of office workers appear across a large building. For decades, millions of Americans have worked behind desks, scheduling appointments, entering information, preparing documents, processing forms, organizing records, answering emails. Many of these tasks are repetitive. Customer service representatives watch an automated system handle conversations. For companies, the attraction is obvious. AI doesn't need lunch breaks. It doesn't need vacation days, and it can operate around the clock. But for workers, the situation is more complicated. A job that once required hundreds of representatives may eventually require fewer. Then there is accounting. Rows of financial documents fill the screen. Accountants and financial workers deal with enormous amounts of structured information. Invoices, transactions, reports, tax documents, financial records. Many of these processes can be assisted by software and increasingly by artificial intelligence. But accounting is not disappearing. Human judgment still matters. Complex financial decisions require context, regulation, responsibility, and trust. So the future may not be accountants versus AI. It may be accountants using AI against accountants who don't. That distinction could become extremely important because AI doesn't always eliminate an occupation, may eventually be able to accomplish what previously required several people. And that changes the economics of hiring. The same pattern could appear in creative industries. A graphic designer opens a project. An AI image generator creates multiple designs within seconds. A writer begins a blank document. AI produces a draft. A video editor searches for footage. AI helps identify scenes. A marketing team creates advertisements. AI generates multiple variations. Tasks that once required hours can sometimes be completed in minutes. But creativity isn't simply about producing something. Now, can translate enormous amounts of text almost instantly. For basic communication, that may be enough, but complex legal documents, literature, diplomacy, and culturally sensitive communication still require human expertise. Again, the technology may not eliminate the profession. It may reduce the amount of routine work available. And that leads to one of the biggest questions surrounding AI. What happens to entry-level jobs? A young employee sits at their first office job. For generations, entry-level positions were where people learn. A new worker answered emails, prepared reports, entered information, made basic presentations, performed routine research. Over time, they gained experience, then responsibility, then promotions. But what happens when AI performs many of those beginner tasks? If companies need fewer entry-level workers, how does the next generation gain experience? A graduate looks at a job listing. This may become one of the hidden consequences of AI. The disappearing job isn't always the final career. Sometimes, it's the first step toward that career. And then there are jobs that seem safer. Healthcare workers walk through a hospital. Doctors, nurses, technicians, caregivers. These professions involve human interaction, physical environments, emotional judgment, and responsibility. Human presence. That doesn't mean healthcare is immune. It means the transformation may look different. Instead of replacing the worker, AI may change what the worker does. The same could be true in skilled trades. An electrician examines a building. A plumber repairs a pipe. A mechanic works beneath a vehicle. A construction worker operates on a physical site. These jobs exist in unpredictable environments. Every building is different. Every repair is different. Every situation creates new problems. AI can help, but physical work remains difficult to automate completely. And this creates an interesting divide. A diploma may no longer guarantee protection from automation, and that could reshape the meaning of education itself. Students sit inside a modern classroom. For decades, the advice was simple: get a degree, learn specialized skills, find a professional career. But if AI can perform parts of professional work, education may have to change. Students may need to learn how to work alongside AI, how to verify its answers, how to identify mistakes, how to make decisions, how to communicate, how to solve problems that machines cannot easily solve. The most valuable worker of the future may not be the person who can compete with AI. It may be the person who knows how to use it. But there is another concern: wages. An employee looks at a paycheck. If AI allows one worker to produce twice as much, a company may have several choices. It could hire more workers. It could produce more products. It could lower prices. It could increase profits. But created factories, mechanics, road construction, transportation companies. The internet eliminated some jobs while creating millions of others. AI may follow the same pattern. New careers will emerge in AI specialists, AI safety experts, data professionals, automation managers, new technology consultants, and jobs that haven't even been invented yet. But there is one important difference: the speed. Technology is advancing rapidly. A worker may have spent decades mastering a skill, only to discover that software can now perform part of it. An office gradually becomes automated, and retraining takes time. Education takes time. Finding another job takes time. Will AI take our jobs? The better question question may be, which parts of our jobs will AI take? Because the future of work may not arrive as one giant event. It may happen quietly, one task at a time, one software update at a time, one company at a time, one job description at a time, until eventually, the workplace looks completely different. A modern American city fills the screen. Artificial intelligence may become one of the most powerful technologies ever created. It could increase productivity, lower costs, create new industries, and make workers more capable than ever before. But technology does not decide how its benefits are distributed. It already is. The real question is, who will benefit from that change? And who will pay the price? The screen slowly fades to black. If AI can perform more of the work humans have traditionally been paid to do, what happens to the value of human labor? And ultimately, will artificial intelligence create a better future for American workers?